Actual Vintage is pretty degenerate. Usually, it's a lot of like back and forth, and then the games just devolve. So, what we're doing here is we're playing Oath of Druids, which, as you know from Cube, is busted. Only you're playing Show and Tell Flash. So you essentially have 8 cheaters, right? 8 ways to cheat in cards. And you're only putting in Atraxas that give you counter spells, and then you protect for more Atraxas. So basically you're just an Atraxa deck. But we're starting with this, and we're going to see how it goes. Vexing Bauble is interesting. Vexing Bauble helps you resolve Show and Tells and Oaths. Basically, you just jam an Oath, and to make sure your opponent has a creature, you play this land called Forbidden Orchard. When you tap this, target opponent creates a 1/1 spirit creature. When you tap this land for mana, target opponent creates a 1/1. So they get a 1/1, you get an Atraxa. Seems pretty fair to me. Okay, so Vintage is a very hard format, but at the same time it's kind of brain dead. So we'll get a chance to take a look at their hand. First thing you always want to check in Vintage is if they have a companion. This hand's keepable. We gotta check. No companion. Okay. 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 Looks like they're probably gonna play. They're probably gonna stock up. Okay. So it's the mirror. If I had a counterspell, I would counter this. Yeah, this land doesn't come out except for in Vintage. These 2 cards are friends. And the land even shows them. You use the mana, and then a little thingy runs away to the opponent. Okay. Our opponent knows our hand, so they know that the jig is up. So hopefully we draw a Mox. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with Probe. We're going to see what they've got, see what we have to beat. Okay, so they're combo. They're straight up combo. What does that mean? I guess I have to play Vamp. And I have to Vamp for a Force of Will. You cannot let Bolsa Citadel resolve in this format. You just cannot let it resolve. So they're going to go Tezzeret, probably get Lotus. Actually, they're probably going to get Soul Ring, play a land, Soul Ring, play the other stock up. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, it's not no ban list. Vintage is all about restricting. So our opponent's probably playing the thing with Vintage is there's so many different decks. Like what they could be playing could be called Blue Tinker. Right? They could be on Blue Tinker, they could be on a lot of things. 4 stock ups. Bolsa Citadel. So they could be at Tezzerets. So they're probably on this deck, actually. J.A. Elso. Wonder if I could find the player's Minerio. Well, so they're probably playing something that looks like this. Mana Crypt, Tezzeret, Jesus Christ. I can't really do much. Yup. Black Lotus. Yup. Alright, so I have to Vamp here for a Force of Will. So we get the Force of Will. Unfortunately, it has to be Force of Will. We cannot let... We can't let their thing resolve. And then we play Oath of Druids. Druids! And now we just hope that this Force of Will is good enough. Balsa Citadel is absolutely obscene in Vintage. Especially since they'll be able to get top with Tezzeret. Yeah, most vintage cubes are paper though, or proxies. So this Tezzeret gets Sensei's Divining Top, and then we're dead. But I'll let you guys see it. Flame Ignore. But we lost the game. I mean, they cast 2 stock ups in the first 2 turns, and they're killing me on turn 3. They still have a Tezzeret activation, right? So the Tezzeret can get... But they're only at 6, so I don't know. We'll see. You can always sack 10 permanents with Balsa Citadel to do 10 damage. If they cast a PO here, I'm gonna scoop. Yeah. So they PO all these back to their hand, and yeah. Okay, what do we want? We want Null Rod, that's for sure. Meh. Probably want a Flusterstorm as well. What are we cutting? This is where I struggle in Vintage to know what to cut. I struggle knowing what to cut in Vintage. Like, am I cutting Probe? That doesn't seem great. Maybe I'll cut a Vamp because it's card disadvantage. But vamping for Null Rod is like really good. This is my problem with Vintage, is right here. I have no idea what to cut. No clue. Just don't know. Just don't have any idea. We'll cut a Merchant Scroll, and I guess we'll only bring in the extra Null Rod. Alright, let's try it again. Brainstorm over Flusterstorm. Okay. I can hardcast an Atraxa on turn 2. Is that right? That is right. That's pretty silly. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So hopefully they don't make us Force Will anything, but all we need to do is draw a blue card for this Force Will, and then we'll be like set. Alright, blue card, please. Blue card. I'm just thinking if I want to wait for a Force Will backup. Well, it's, you know, I mean, our opponent is playing 4 Force Wills for sure. You know, that's just what you do in Vintage. All I need to do is a blue card, which is... What are my percentages of drawing a blue card? About 1 in 3. Maybe 50-50 actually. Yeah. I think we could wait a turn. The problem is next turn they're going to cast fucking stock up though. They bin to Force of Will. So that means they fucking have a Force of Will. Because you wouldn't bin a Force of Will unless you had one. So we made the right call waiting a turn. Okay. Okay. This cube deck is pretty good. But it's Vintage Week on MTGO. Right? There's a whole Vintage prize. A whole Vintage Championship Week. Oh, I forgot to rent these from... These are the power that I own. Like, the actual Lotus is, like, really expensive. Alright, so let's go blue, blue. Well, actually, this does stop them. We should leave this because it lets us resolve the Atraxa guaranteed. Unless they have Pyroblast. Which would be absolutely wild if they had Pyroblast. I could Boseiju this. But if they're playing Pyroblast, they'll be able to get a red source. Alright. If they have a Pyroblast, they got me. Motherfucker. Shit. Shite. Oh, we're just dead. Cool. Oh, should have played the Null Rod. Well, we're gonna keep. Usually in Vintage, right? In a situation like this, you would wait till your opponent's upkeep to Ancestral because that means they can't use Force of Negation on it. But I want to make a land drop. So I could just Brainstorm. Nah, fuck it. We Ancestral. Like a baller. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to go 1, 2. Now we could Oath here. But, I mean, we might as well just fucking show and tell. What's the worst thing that our opponent could put in? Let's find out. Let's see if whatever they put in beats an Atraxa. They conceded! But I don't know anything. Alright. We did learn that they're a Lurrus deck. So they didn't want to put in a Bowmasters of Shame. Okay. So, some kind of shitty Lurrus deck doing shitty Lurrus things. We probably don't want card disadvantage. Let's try. I will admit to you guys, I literally have no idea how to sideboard with these decks in Vintage. I don't think I need a Null Rod. I think I'm going to bring in Abrupt Decay and maybe a Tabernacle. Lurrus generally uses little shitters and frogs and things. I think I'm going to cut Bauble. Alright. I learned that they'll concede. You see, the problem is they're probably doing something like this with a bunch of Containment Priests running around. So we just have to hope that we don't get Containment Priests like all of our terrible Vintage Cube decks do. Where I've never been able to beat a Containment Priest or a singular counterspell in any Vintage deck that I ever build or play. Ilg. ILLIG 719. Orzhov Cats. I don't see Orzhov Cats on here, but Scam, Lurrus, Vault Key. Okay. I suppose we can keep this. We have Force of Will. We have a Surveil Land. Island. Teme Ame Ho. Tame Hame O. This might be wrong. Just makes me happy to do this. Okie dokie. I don't really want to draw this, I don't think. No, I don't think I do. Okay. Temeo. Temeho. Oh, good. I didn't want to draw an Atraxa, so you know what I drew? I drew an Atraxa. Okay. I would like you to pay for your things. Pay for your toys, opponent. Mm-hmm. Pay for your other things, opponent. Mm-hmm. We're definitely going to Abrupt Decay the frog. That frog is dead, dead. We'll see if they discard anything to it, right? We'll give them a chance to discard stuff. No blocks. Okay, they don't want to discard anything. That's on them, but I will not have them doing frog things. You have to be careful with using Forbidden Orchard because it makes it so you cannot undo it if I tap for the wrong mana. So you have to be extra careful with Forbidden Orchard. Do I want to kill the Tamiyo? I think I should just kill it now. They're going to get too many cards if I let them attack again. They'll just have a total of too many cards. Alright, pay for your little spirits. Do you want to have spirit? You got to pay. So they added a yield all button on Magic Online the last couple of days. So life is glorious. Did you see I got this yield all button? Man, Daybreak continues to impress. Okay. They didn't want spirits. Okay. Do I want to pay for this? You never pay. The problem is they're gonna fucking Orcish Bowmaster me. Am I prepared to counterspell fight over an Orcish Bowmaster if I cast this Gitaxian Probe? I think the answer is no. I don't really want to deal with that. So I'll just wait. I'm in no rush. Looks like they're not Esper. They're just blue-black control. Okay. This Tamiyo drew them 3 cards. Not bad. I don't know why they didn't pop that other clue. I'm terribly confused. I can't, unfortunately. I'm going to play a land and then hardcast the Force. This thing doesn't tap for mana, unfortunately. Lurrus to the hand. We cannot allow Lurrus to survive. Dark Ritual. Okay. Lurrus cannot resolve. It's just unacceptable that Lurrus resolves. What do I want? Do I want this or do I want this? I guess I'm just a Lotus or something away from casting this. Or a Show and Tell. Lurrus must not resolve. Lurrus cannot resolve. Why the fuck are they playing Dark Ritual? Are they Lurrus Doomsday? Is that what's happening? Doomsday wouldn't play Tamiyo, but the Dark Ritual is weird. Maybe it's just stock in these lists. But like I said, I don't know much vintage. Okay, so we need... Fingers crossed, no Flusterstorm. Look at this, yield to all. Oh, baby. A brand new day for Magic Online. We lose a frog. One Psychic Frog. Better than our entire deck. Show and Tell. What does that get? It gets... No, we're looking at Oath of Druids. We have one Surveillance. We're pretty dead. We're pretty dead. Death by Psychic Frog. Maybe I was supposed to keep Doomsday. They are Doomsday Frog. I don't need to see them kill me with Doomsday. I don't know if you guys want to see it, but I'm just going to concede to this. Lurrus Doomsday. I think I want Vexing Bauble on the play so I could stop them from having Moxes. Definitely want the Flusterstorm in. I'm going to cut Brainstorm and I'm going to cut Probe. Both those cards interact very poorly with Orcish Bowmaster. Okay, turn 1, Oko with Flusterstorm backup. I could deal with this. I could deal with this. Tropical. Oko Smoko. Do you have Force of Will? Get wrecked. Look at this yield to all button. Oh, baby. Look at this yield to all button. Look at this. Oh, it did yield to them. Alright, well, we are all in on Oko. Mox? Oh, baby, it's Christmas time. Stock up? Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't mess with my things, opponent. Aww. My poor stock up. Well, in that case... Get smashed. Food token attack! Oko, Thief of Crowns. What a wild card this Oko card is. I don't know if you guys were playing Throne of Eldraine Standard, but let's look at the Throne. Let's look at the top 8. Oh, it was a Mythic Championship. 8th place, 4 Oko. 7th place, 4 Oko. Oh, this person does not have Okos. 4 Oko. Paulo Vito Damaterasa. 4 Oko. 4 Oko. Ely Cassis was playing main deck Noxious Grasps. Okay. 4 Oko. 4 Oko. Ely was main decking Noxious Grasps and still fucking lost. That is hilarious. We do have to be careful though, because Doomsday can just kill us out of nowhere. So we need to find... We just need to find... Alright. 1, 2... Stock up. This really helps because we can't get Dark Ritualed with the Mental Misstep. Okay. I wonder if I'm supposed to just turn the Emerald into a food. But it's the same thing, right? I'll hit them for 3 next turn, and then that next turn I'll have to make a food. Or if I turn this into a 3/3, next turn I'm making a food regardless. Let's just make a food token. And we'll keep the Emerald around. Because next turn, Oko's either doing whatever the opposite of whatever I just did was. And I'd much rather have the extra mana, I suppose. When given the choice, right? Because we either make this into a 3/3 and then make a food next turn. Or make a food now and then make this food into a 3/3 next turn. So it's kind of the same thing, I suppose. I'm only punished if I were to draw a Time Walk. Time Walk would punish me. 1. Nope. No, sir. No, sir, ma'am. Ugh. Oh, that's so gross. Alright, let's draw... Well, we're going to hide that. We're going to pretend we drew something good. We could very easily die this next turn. We'll have to see. Go to 4. Is a turn 1 Oko good enough? Oko's... I could imagine just Oko Unlimited. Just plus this turn. I'll just plus it. I'm going to tank. Pretending I have something and... Okay. It's slightly harder. Well, I mean, they either kill me or I'm dead. They chose to shuffle, so that's a good sign. We got so unbelievably lucky to draw this Mental Misstep. Okay. Fuck. Gush is bugged? How's Gush bugged? We're probably dead. What makes Gush bugged? Mishra's Workshop. Mana Crypt, okay. Mana Vault, again, okay. Staring at this Null Rod. Very excited. Oh my god. We can't have nice things. Merchant Scroll. Maybe I'm pitching Oko. Nah, let's pitch... And now you get to see why you main deck Null Rod. Punished. Immediately punished as soon as I pitch this. This can get flash, which could put this in. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's crack. And then we have to say we're sorry. We have to say we're sorry to the Mox Sapphire and that we do respect it, even though it's about to go to jail. We lose 1 mana, our opponent loses 17, or whatever the hell this is. Oh no, Urza Saga, we're dead. Perfect. I would not have written it any other way than I draw my Soul Ring after I play a Null Rod. I need a fetch land here. Why are you the way that you are? Why are you like this to me? What did I do? Oh, this is why you don't main deck Null Rod. This is why main decking Null Rod is such a stupid thing to do. Oh my god, I hate Magic. What have I done? Oh god. Oh, the Brainstorm lock. Maybe our opponent will have a way to get rid of Null Rod, and then we could, like, actually play the game. Dude, I fucking... Oh my god. Yup. What have I done? Oh no, what have I done? What have I done? I'm just dead to those constructs. I'm just gonna die to constructs. Actually, all I need is 1 singular land. And then I can play Oath of Druids. But I think I'm actually just dead. Because these are going to be 5s. I'm going to go to 15. I'm going to draw the thing. Then there... Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah, I'm actually just dead next turn. I stopped playing Vintage when Urza Saga was a 4 of. Well, that Null Rod sure was great. I'm so glad I played a fucking Null Rod against my opponent. And you know what? I'm going to fucking do it again. I'm boarding in a Null Rod again. Because I will never learn anything ever. There's no learning. There's just trying harder. I could board out a Soul Ring this time. Oh, let's cut... Guess I could cut some of my mana nonsense, but I'm on the play, so I want all my mana nonsense. Cut this. I'm going to cut the Misstep. I'm going to cut Probe. I'm going to shave 1 stock up. And I'm going to cut Pearl. Okay. Again, I do not know how to sideboard in Vintage in certain decks. Certain things are obvious, but other things become unclear. Like, should I be cutting Soul Ring on the play? Probably not. But if I'm going to Vamp or Demonic Tutor for the Null Rod, okay. I suppose I keep. 1 basic bitch island. Misty Workshop. Misty Workshop. Okay. Okay. That's it. Boop beady boop beady boop beady boop boop body boop body boop body. What? You're playing Force of Will? With PO? God, we're so dead. We're dead. Our opponent's 7. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be one of those ancestral during the upkeep things. This way they can't force a negation my thing. Ancestral myself. Ooh. pieces of candy for me. Uh-huh. I'm good, Cheese Doctor. I'm good. How are you? Oh, fuck. So annoying. It's fine, though, because they have to name show and... I guess they don't have to name show and tell. Alright, we'll play Bug Dudes after this. Alright, if we lose, we'll play Bug Dudes. If we win, we'll finish this league out. Alright, so they're going to name... The problem with the show and tell is they get to put in something too. But we might just play Oath. Yeah, if I had known that this we were playing against this deck, I would have sphered the Mana Crypt. Well, I mean, generally speaking, I don't think forcing the Crypt is the rightest play, but hindsight is 2020. Yeah, probably was right. They're naming Oath of Druids. Am I... Do I have... I could just Lotus and then play it, or I could just show and tell. I'm a little skeptical to show and tell it. Little skeptical to do that. Yeah. We drew the Lotus. Oath. Okay. Yeah, hindsight, I would counter the Mana Crypt. Okay. Don't need Vexing Bauble. Don't need Flusterstorm. Just want Abrupt Decays. I guess there's an argument for Consign to stop some of their ETB triggers. There's also an argument for Null Rod because they play a lot of artifact mana. Misstep's not great against them. Let's try this. They are just a white idiots deck, but they also play a lot of, like... I don't know how I feel about this hand. I think I could do more broken things. Alright. Let's see. This hand's... Yeah, I agree. This hand's okay. Our opponent has gone to 5. Lotus. Well, that's the thing with Vintage, is that you can always just draw Lotus and save yourself. Our opponent's going to 4. They're probably looking very hard for a Containment Priest. Okay, 4 cards. Ancient Tomb. Void. What? Okay. Oh, I hate this fucking creature, man. Oh, I fucking hate this creature. Oh my god, do I hate this creature. Oh, I'm so angry. I hate this thing so much, man. So, Void Mirror stops the Pearl here. I'm so angry. Don't wasteland me. Don't wasteland me. Don't wasteland me. Hey, that's pretty good. I should cast that. It was, in fact, pretty good. Alright, we'll finish out this league because we won. Keep. I'm searching for Soul Ring, and Memorial Team Leader has come up. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Why can't I have any fun? Why do these people want to come and take my fun away from me? I just want to have fun. Can't I have fun, please, Papa? Do we get a Mox? I'll take it. You know, maybe I should have let that Sphere of Resistance resolve. Crucible of Worlds. Now, I have a lot of mana in my hand. But if they play a Strip Mine here, or a Wasteland, or an Urza Saga, yeah, I agree. Don't be Strip Mine. Okay. If they didn't have 2 cards in hand, I would be more likely to do that, to counter that. But they had 2 cards in hand. Now they have 1 card. Alright, so I want to hold up the hardcast Force of Will. So I'm going to play this. And then we're 2 lands off casting. Fuck! I'm trying to hardcast Atraxa, you ungrateful son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Perfect. You know what? Fucking perfect. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate you showing up here. Remind me first. Come on. Go to second main. It's not like I'm not going to pitch one of these. Alright, we hold these. These hold down the fort. Might as well get a Surveil. Ooh, piece of candy. We will, in fact, take that card. Sure mind me. Thank you. Okay. Whatever they're casting, just absolutely not. Absolutely not. Alright. Crack this. Get Underground Sea. 1, 2. Stock up. Where's my goddamn Oath of Druids? Alright, we'll take Show and Tell and Brainstorm, I guess. We could Brainstorm and try and hit. I don't know. Maybe we just chill. Yeah, let's chill. We don't know what we need with this Brainstorm. I'm gonna strip mine you. Okay. Dude, I'm running out of fucking Atraxas here. I guess I could put the Atraxas back. Guess I force pitch the Atraxa and then show and tell in an Atraxa. Let's put you back. Well, you'd think that, but who the fuck knows? Oh, they could hit a Caracas. They could have a Caracas. So let's put land back. So I'm drawing an Oath. Do I want to draw an Oath? Probably not. Show and tell. I really hope that can't target my guy. But I think it has. I think it can copy my guy. They might enter at the same time and this can't see this and it might have to counter the spirit. I think that might be the case. I don't think this can see this. It cannot. So they enter at the same time, right? So they're entering at the same time, so the Metamorph can't see the Atraxa when it enters. Right? I mean, they could have copied Black Lotus. That's one of those old EDH interactions that I remember from a million years ago. Okay, I would like... I want stock up. I want lands. I might as well get myself an Oath. Flusterstorm or Mental Misstep? I think Flusterstorm. Actually, they don't really have like things to do with Flusterstorm. Yeah, but they could play something. Guess they could play like, yeah. Okay. This doesn't have trample. So like me, I guess I could just use the Lotus. Okay. Now, I just sit here and get strip mined and attack them for a bunch. Okay. You got it. Adam, thank you for the raid, buddy. Are you celebrating Vintage Week as well? I don't actually know what I can get here. I don't think I can get anything. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you. I can time walks in the graveyard. What did you play in Legacy? Anything interesting? Boseiju for Karaka. Yeah, they have 2 Crucibles. Vexing Bauble. Oh, Mental Misstep. Does stuff. If I tap the Forbidden Orchard, they get another turn. Be in combat, attack. I guess, in theory, I could have vamped for an Oko or something. Yay! Alright, what do we want? We want Consign to Memories. We don't want the Flusterstorm. We want these cards. I suppose if they're going to go so hard on the Crucible package, we probably want some Soul Guides. What do we cut now? Mono white in Legacy? That's pretty cool. I don't think we want Vexing Bauble on the draw. I don't actually know what I want here. Like, I could see them trying to cut me off black. So, like, having these cards around isn't necessarily going to be good. But those cards are also cracked. Well, the problem is... I'm going to cut the Pearl. I used to play a lot of paper. I don't really play much paper anymore. I don't play much paper. Let's cut Misstep. Okay. Keep. This hand could be really, really bad for me. That's a weird ass Soul Ring. I've never seen that one. Yep. We have come to a decision point where I think I will just pass. An inflection point. Smokestack. Holy fuck, I haven't seen this card in so long. No, I think not. I think there shall be no smokestacking. Let's surveil here. Four mana, sacrifice 6 your life for an artifact, reveal it, put in your hand. Okay. I do not need you. We could Oko or we could stock up. I think if we stock up... fuck. Let's go Ancient Tomb, stock up, look for a Mox to play the Oath. Mox plus Force of Will. Well, I guess I could take Force of Will plus Ancestral. Those seem okay. I have 6 cards in my hand, so I will go down to 5, and then I'll go to 8, and I'll have to discard. So I don't want to do that. I want to go to their upkeep. And go... just hit okay. Please don't have Strip Mine. That's all I ask. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Golos. No. Do you know why we can't let them have Golos? Because Golos means Strip Mine. Ugh. Yup. Okay. Go and tell. Atraxa. Mystic Forge. Uh-oh. That might... oh, Time Walk? Oh, okay. Never mind. Time Walk, this... Flash... So now we go 1 crack. Cool. Okay. All right. Yield through the turn. Begin combat, attack. And now we... 1, 2... I guess we play Oko. Elk the Forge. Null Rod. This. Okay. Okay. So, we got absolutely dumpstered by Lurrus. Then we beat Lurrus. Okay, so the next deck we're going to play with is a fair deck that plays